Hello, everyone. Today, hallway chats. Right now. This is it.
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
And today,
Is that a fire drill?
Oh, no.
I'm joined.
A fire drill.
Welcome, everybody. This is I'm here. I'm MathWiz.
Hello,
And,
MathWiz.
I'm Pedro.
Over there. Yeah.
I'm partially here. I'm Manime Matt.
Where's the other part of you?
See, the reason I said that is because I forgot you were actually MathWiz, and I thought you were taking Matt's place. And I thought we were just doing a bit.
I'm so confused.
So I mistook MathWiz for MattWiz. And, yeah. Anyway,
I am
I'm Pedro
Manime
now.
MathWiz.
we've all swapped identities.
Manime Wiz.
Can I be
The
Joey
romantic.
the anime man?
I like Pedro Point better though. Are we making crack ships now? Because I'm down with that.
I'm the pedantic point.
That's good. That's good. That's strong.
The romantic explanation.
The math romantic.
What were even our topics? I totally forgot
Pedantic
already.
Matt. This is our topic, Matt. This is the whole podcast. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Crack Ship Central. Hashtag Bakugo Raraka.
Pedro X Toga.
Let's get some high energy going on. Woo.
No energy. We're done.
Negative energy. You there watching this
down,
podcast? We are taking your energy as the minutes tick by.
Matt, we're 5 minutes into this.
Are we really? I hope not. God damn it. Yeah, let's talk about things, guys.
I've been recording for 5 minutes. That doesn't mean the
Okay.
podcast has been going on for 5 minutes.
Nah, it's probably just a couple minutes. Huge Brazilian YouTuber stole my videos by Geoff from Brother's Basement.
Ooh, is that what I titled it? That's cool.
Yes, it is.
Let's see it. Wait, YouTube? Oh, here it is. Boom! Wow,
Boom.
look at that.
There it is. Oh, sweet. He has a sponsor tab now, too. Fun fact.
Yeah. How is that? Is that like if you stream
Geoff has a sponsor tab.
on your channel? Is that like a certain size you get your channel to get yourself one of those?
I have no clue. That's a Geoff question.
Yeah, true.
Geoff!
Let me just page him right now. Hey, Joe. I know you just released a video 25 minutes ago, so you're like going around checking on its performance, posting it to various social media, all that good stuff. But how do you get that sponsor button?
So that's pretty
Geoff.
massive news, though, that he... That
Fired back.
sucks.
Yes,
Fire back.
that.
So, Pedro, since you are the most acquainted with Geoff, you should tell the story as to what happened, or at least from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't chatted with him about this particularly, just because it doesn't involve me, but I have been following it. And this Brazilian... No, not Brazilian. I guess she's Brazilian. She speaks Portuguese, which is what you speak when you're in Brazil. And Brazilian, you speak Portuguese in Brazil as a Brazilian speaking Portuguese in Brazil. So she... first
I'm
off...
sorry, what's Brazil?
It's a place where you speak Portuguese if you're a Brazilian in Brazil.
Sorry, then what's Portugal?
It's where you speak Brazilian if you're Brazilian in Portugal.
Alright,
Yeah, that should be pretty obvious. Goddamn.
sorry. You know I don't watch anime.
So I believe it was someone got in contact with Geoff on Twitter and said, hey, look, this video is like very similar to your how to survive a harem anime guide, to the point of like making all the points in the same order and literally having your thumbnail in her thumbnail. So it's like, she stole my video. Tweeting about it, as you do. And then people started coming to him and saying like, oh look, here's another video of yours she stole. Oh look, here's a video of someone else's she stole. So yeah, she's just like a vloggy anime commentary nerd culture thing channel, sort of in the vein of an anime man. Her style seems to be like that, you know, like the zoom in for the jokes, hard cuts to the next segments and all that stuff. And she has a fairly large subscriber base, like 600,000 subs or whatever. And so he was adding her in these threads, you know, at whatever stole my video. Very interesting. And eventually she responded, and her post was like, no, I didn't steal it, and in fact, what it was is, you know, no, I didn't steal it, it's a misunderstanding, blah, blah, blah. That was a little more diplomatic. And then she made a video about the situation, and she actually, like, accused Geoff of stealing the How to Survive a Harem anime guide from a Reddit thread that was made after his video had been posted. So, you know, not the strongest of evidence. And as such, you know, it's escalated to the point where he's got to disperse the counter narrative and go tell people what's up in this video.
That we don't have time to watch yet, but we will watch after the podcast, I'm sure.
This whole idea is really interesting to me because, like, when I first started YouTube, I had the thought, like, you know, I could do this. I could go watch some French AniTubers and see, like, what they're doing and copy their videos word for word. But, like, I didn't do it because immediately after I had that thought, I had the thought, no, wait, that's stupid.
Because, like, the top comments are on just video. I see she also ripped off Logan Paul by monetizing an apology video.
Oh, shots fired.
Was it an apology video?
Not really. It was more of a defense than an apology. But I'll give it to them anyway, stretching the truth for the joke, for the bants.
All right, fair.
No, but you were explaining?
I mean, I was pretty much done explaining. My point was, that's stupid. Why would anyone be dumb enough to do that? What did they expect would happen?
Yeah, she figured she could, you know, just get away with it.
Nobody who speaks English speaks any other language.
Well, no one who speaks Portuguese speaks English, I guess, was
That's
her
an even
reasoning.
dumber
But she
assumption.
speaks English to, like, some degree, so not the soundest of reasoning.
It's just a really shitty situation. I think the thing is that it wouldn't be a big deal if she was, like, really, like, a small channel. Like maybe even our size, like 25 to, like, 50K subs.
Yeah.
And she was doing this shit. Like, that's one thing. I
mean,
you're still,
like,
you're still an
relative
asshole
to her
for doing
sub
it.
count, her view counts aren't so high, so she's not, like, a super well-off channel in spite of that sub count. But yeah, I mean, when you're at that size, there's, like, no sort of, like, defense in terms of you're punching down from someone just going after you for being this shameless.
Well, that and the fact that, you know, why would she go after, like, Geoff from Mother's Basement? Like, that's not, like, a small anime YouTuber. Like, I could see, like...
Because you look for, like, the videos that took off, right? Like, what videos have a ton of views? I will copy, right? Those are the ones to copy, you know? So, like, it does, you know, copying a small channel, you're way less likely to get caught, but they're small for a reason, presumably.
I guess so. But at the same time, I don't know. It's something that like makes my stomach churn as someone who gets nervous about my content being stolen. You know, obviously, I'm not one to talk as I've made a video with survival.
That's right.
guide
You have
in the
experience
title.
stealing chest videos, Manime. I totally forgot. Let's see what you. Maybe you sympathize with this Brazilian YouTuber.
No, I do not in any way, shape, or form. Like my video was just a coincidence. All right, that one mine was legitimately different. I honestly, God, never saw his other video.
If you check the dates, you'll see that Geoff actually stole his video from a Reddit thread anyway. So
yeah, exactly, guys.
Here?
Jesus.
I didn't steal Geoff's video. We both stole the video from this Reddit thread.
It's just a bad situation. I feel bad for Geoff because he has to kind of fight someone who's actually, I guess, larger in scale for them. Because it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if it was a small channel, he could just kind of crush them and get it over
what
with.
her Twitter following is. Because, like, you know, normally if you've got a lower audience engagement rate, as she does, you wouldn't have as many followers on various other social media platforms. But maybe, like, she's got, like, a big Instagram or something random, too. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she has 240,000 Twitter followers.
Oh damn.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So I'd say like YouTube isn't even her primary thing, probably. You know, like she has a YouTube channel, but like she's got an Instagram, she's got a Twitch, she's doing it all. She's got a website where she like sells nutritional
Other people's videos.
supplements.
Like any good anime YouTuber would.
I'm gonna keep doing some investigative journalism. If you guys have anything to say,
while we do this, yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I feel bad for Geoff having to deal with a situation that she has with this. But I'm glad he's at least the size to where he can fight it. Whereas if she were stealing videos from someone like one of us, I mean, I guess for us it wouldn't be super hard. I mean, I'm guessing like someone like Mudan TV, like Hyper Studios, people like that. If you just stole videos from that, for them, they have no say.
No recourse,
you know, they're just kind of fucked.
And that makes it okay. So yeah, go ahead and steal.
Just steal from smaller YouTubers, guys. Be smart. Do what we do. There's the reason why Pedro watches every YouTuber.
Yes. So I can steal all of the content.
Amazing. Wish I'd thought of that. I'm actually making my own content like a chump.
Scrub.
Although this does sort of
Are you really making your content?
Oh, a law student apparently.
Oh, that's fun.
Huh.
That's ironic.
Whoa. Okay. We'll see. I'm not sure how well Google like auto translate of this bio is doing for me here, but relaxed and passionate about pop/geek culture for manga, anime, cosplay, and games as a child because of her father. Oh, okay. I thought I saw something about abuse. I was like, what the fuck? She uses all her passion to produce her content. All of Geoff's
Did
passion
she steal
to
the
produce
passion
her
from
content.
someone else?
She has a passion for thievery.
Yeah.
Although this does kind of make me
we can go on about this all day, but I mean, we're just gonna wind up talking in circles.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
There's no real reason to say anything else.
You got a point.
Oh, wait.
Well, this does kind of make me
is
think.
April. She'll be at Anime Geek in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on May 5th. Geoff needs to fly out there to fight her at Anime Geek.
Just like Jesus would have wanted.
Geoff shows up, 6'4". He's the fuck out of her.
That dude is tall.
It's like scary the first time you see him because like, you don't make eye contact with him because you look at his chest and you go, oh, that's a person, and then you keep moving.
Her defense video is getting ratio at 6.7 thousand likes to 5.4 thousand dislikes.
Ooh.
The people aren't buying it, baby. Let's see what.
Although this does kind of make me wonder, just like, because if you, let's say, I don't know, because there's a side of YouTube with like language barriers, so like maybe someone, I don't know, is using YouTube and they don't speak English, so it makes me wonder, like, obviously you'd want to talk to the person ahead of time, but like, if you know, having like somebody who kind of like translates, like obviously you have the translate, like you can add subtitles to a video in a different language, so maybe it's not even necessary, but maybe some people don't want to read. Maybe if there's like someone who went around and
I prefer dubs.
Yeah, I prefer dubbed YouTube videos. I wait for the dub to come out.
But yeah, like if, you know, would there be any value in someone like translating other people's videos, but like getting their permission and whatnot, and you know, I'm sure there'd be like some, you know, some like not stealing procedures you'd have to go through to figure stuff out. But I don't know, would there be any value in something like that? Someone who just like took popular English videos and translated them to a different language, or some other language videos and translated them, but like with the permission of the person.
Yeah, like uploading alternatively dubbed versions of YouTube videos like to your primary channel probably wouldn't be a good idea, because if not, a lot of your audience watches a given video, that like hurts your channel's standing in the algorithm. But if you had like a separate Geoff, Mother's Basement Portuguese edition channel, that could theoretically not like be entirely useless. I mean, maybe Portuguese wouldn't be like too helpful for you, but like Japanese or Chinese, or something where there's a large viewing population. The only concern with that would be that it wouldn't be as simple as redubbing it, because it would last a different amount of time, while you're phrasing the sentences, and as such you'd really have to like sort of totally re-edit it. And with like the time / monetary of paying an editor investment of re-editing as well as revoicing all of your videos, along with translating them to revoice them, be worthwhile? Probably not, at least not in our current climate.
Well, there's a few channels that do it. Kurtzeg does it. School of Life does it. They translate they dub all theirs in like German and French and so on.
Gat is like a real massive operation, and also has like a bit more of like a sort of global view and audience and all that. So I think they're like a rare sweet spot where that is worthwhile for them.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying that it's been done fair. Before. I was just agreeing with you, more or less. Anyway.
What's their Patreon at now?
Hopefully a lot.
Oh, it is. Patreon.
Huge fan of their shit.
Yeah, almost 40,000 a month on Patreon. Yep.
That's still not too much though, because you think about it, they have like I think 20 people on.
Yeah, no, it's not like going to waste there, for sure. I mean, like they've got sponsors in their videos still, and these are like videos that are getting millions of views, so those are fairly lucrative sponsors, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Good for them though. But yeah, obviously because of that, they're at a scale where doing that would make sense and probably be worthwhile.
True. What was I gonna say? Well, here's easy change of topics. I did something called Rollercoaster Day the other day. You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah, what is that?
So, fun fact, this is a event created here on YouTube. Back in the early days of Freddie Wong, back when he was the king of YouTube, he created this day, like I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago. Might even be more than that. No, I think it was before 2010. So like 8+ years ago, he created this event called Rollercoaster Day, which is when you show up on the statistically deadest day of the year for a roller coaster park, and you ride all the rides as much as you want. So this year we ended up going. I was like, because it was always like my dream to do it, and he always went to Magic Mountain, and now that I live out in LA, I could hit up Magic Mountain. So I was like, let's fucking do it. Let's do it. So we went to Rollercoaster Day this April. It was actually a week and a half ago, April 14th. This is why we couldn't record the podcast on that day. And it was fucking lit. I had a blast. But I think it's neat because in the end, as I was doing all this shit, as I was riding all the roller coasters, it's kind of cool because it was a event created by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just miss that kind of impact that some YouTubers had back in the day, especially people like Freddie Wong who were really involved, really cared about the community and the channel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that impact still exists anywhere on YouTube.
I'd say it probably does. Just because YouTube is even like larger scale, if one of the Paul brothers makes a video, like it's National Do This Thing Day, there's gonna be 100,000 people across America doing that thing on that day. They don't do it, but I'm sure there's things like that go on YouTube.
Well, you have like YouTube specific events, like the Project for Awesome that happens every year.
Yeah.
Then VidCon, of course, was created by Hank Green, who does everything.
I want to do VidCon one of these years, but it's exactly a week before Anime Expo.
Oh, yo.
So it's always just like the most brutal grind if you want to do both. It's like, nah.
There's like an outside channel like making a response video to the situation between it's Sati apparently and Mother's Basement.
Ooh.
Why? Stop.
Get those
views.
drama views,
Dude, those drama views make money.
Man, interesting thing with like these Portuguese channels. This one has like 400,000 subscribers, but gets like 10 to 20,000 views a video. I'm not sure if that's sort of a consistent facet of Portuguese YouTube or just these two channels in particular, but they both have had very low view to subscriber ratios. That's just the YouTube geek in me.
I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers who have that. As speaking as one who
true.
has that.
No, it's just across these two Portuguese channels I've had, this has been consistent. I've seen this has been consistent thus far. So I'm wondering how sort of inherent to the platform it is.
I know like some of the Brazilian YouTubers are just like ludicrously massive.
Yeah. It seems like all his like big view videos are like anime song covers, so those get a ton of views, but then for typical, content outside of those, obviously people who sub for that aren't going to be coming through, so that's why he's got that ratio going on. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Interesting times here on Anime YouTube.
Speaking of anime YouTube, how's that new season?
Oh yeah, it's pretty
It
good.
sucks.
What?
Fight me.
What? Okay. I know your issue.
I haven't seen all the good shows yet.
If-
I haven't seen Golden Kamui.
If
I haven't
you
seen
think
Caligula.
this season is bad, you're not watching the good shows, which are the
Yeah.
kids shows, because kids anime is perfect and brilliant. And like, if you're depressed about anime being bad, go watch those, you idiots. It's good.
What shows are you watching?
I'm watching Kirato Pre-chan. I'm watching Aikatsu Friends. Yeah, Hugto Precure is still going strong. What else am I watching? I'm watching like 27 shows.
Aikatsu Friends was really, really bad, Pedro.
No, Aikatsu Friends is fucking fantastic. You shut up.
Really
It's
bad.
really good.
Fight.
It's really, really good, and I love it. And it's exactly my strike zone. shows for 7-year-old girls in Japan are the like percentage-wise, success rate-wise, the best shows.
Well, fine. Magical Girl Sight is the best show of the season. Fight me.
Magical Girl Ore. Okay, let's be real.
Yeah, Magical Girl Ore is the best show of the season.
It's so good.
I wouldn't
It's fucking
begrudge
fantastic.
you having Mahou Sight as your top of the season. Oh, also Gundam Build.
Oh, it absolutely is not. Don't lump me in with those people.
Gundam Build Divers is also like technically a kids show, and that's great as all the Gundam toy shows are. And I'm not even watching the Professor Layton. Oh, no, Kitaro! It's so good.
Fuck that show.
That's another kid show. It's really good. And I'm not even like watching the Professor Layton anime, which is also pretty solid from what I've heard. So yeah, tons of great kid shows going on right now. You're missing out if you're not watching them. What didn't you like about Aikatsu Friends? Did you check out the first episode?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like how dumb it was.
Wait, what do you mean dumb? What do you mean dumb?
No, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. So that is the one with the, like, idol-based trading card game, right?
It's not a trading card game. Like, there's no game, but they do have, like, cards.
Idol collectible dress cards.
Yeah. Like, your dress is like, stored in the form of this card, and before any of the idol performances, they slap down their dress card set, and they, like, transform and put that dress on.
Why not just have a dress?
Because it's easier to sell cards with dresses on them than dresses.
Yes.
Look, it's very
Also,
merch
I
centric,
understand.
but it's very good. It's very good, and I love it dearly. My
I
sweet gay
understand,
girls.
like, because it's cool, but in universe, why not just wear a dress? Why do you have to earn
they
the right
do
to
wear
wear
a
certain
dress.
dresses?
Cause like it's a status symbol. You gotta be diamond friends, diamond friends. You have to get the diamond dress. You have to become the top idol so you can wear the diamond dresses. It's good.
Pedro's argument is slowly crumbling.
It's good, Ryan. It's good. That's all my argument is.
It's fine that you like it.
It's pure and sweet and charming.
You can
and
like
gay,
bad things.
and I love
That's
it.
not a problem. I like bad things.
It's untainted by all the evil of the world.
I like King's Game. I like Dame X Prince.
But it's not so bad it's good appeal. It's just so like
no,
cute
neither
and
is
innocent
King's
and
Game.
pure.
How many times do I have to say this? I just like King's Game.
I just like my sweet gay girls. Where's my screen caps? I got
And
'em.
that's fine. But like, watch Comic Girls.
But that's like, okay, that is very, very good. But that's horny gay. This is like cute romantic gay. I need all of my flavors of gay.
I'm not convinced that Comic Girls is really, really good.
That's fine because you're not an enlightened lesbian.
Okay.
Well,
I just sense a bit of discrimination here. All right, Pedro, you gotta calm it down. All right, fucking.
The gay agenda is on full display with this one. Yes.
I just love Magical Girl Ore because it's the ultimate yaoi yuri anime I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Mahou
and I
Shoujo
love
Ore
it.
is cool. I like how it's sort of exploring this like attraction to atypical gendered presentations. It's like playing with sexuality and gender in some pretty cool ways, and its comedy has just been hitting fairly effectively for me. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Mahou Shoujo Ore, best show of the season so far.
I've heard Megalobox is super
yeah,
good.
Megalobox is killer.
Disagree.
Ooh.
I hate this season.
What do you dislike from Megalobox?
Megalobox just seems like a collection of underdog short story, sports story, tropes. That isn't really doing anything different or interesting.
To a degree, but for one, the execution of them is really strong. And two, like
I mean, they don't execute stray dogs, Pedro. Stray dogs. I'm a stray dog. Look at me, I'm the junk dog. My ring name, I'm Junk Dog. Junk Dog. Dogs fighting dogs. It's a dog fight.
Those are cool
Dogs with
lines.
exoskeletons.
I mean, part of the reason it has like it's such a collection of those tropes is because it's in that Ashita no Joe franchise thing. It's like
its
spiritual
admiration for
sequel
Ashita
thing.
no Joe is shackling it.
It's not an admiration for it. Like it's a sequel-ish thing, like spiritual successor. It's like it is an Ashita no Joe project. Like it's not quite like something just copying it or admiring it from afar. But because it's like it is sort of following a lot of the narrative beats of it. It's like sort of a retelling thing. We'll have to see where it goes exactly.
I don't think that's to its credit.
But Joe like defined those tropes, and that's why.
And now those tropes are defined, and we don't want to see them anymore.
Oh, I don't know. It's
the whole Seinfeld isn't funny syndrome.
I don't know. I think Seinfeld is funny, so there you go.
I've never seen Seinfeld.
It's not funny.
I don't watch anime.
I've also never seen Seinfeld, so.
It's a boring show.
Let's
see. Where's all this stuff I've watched this season?
I did want to talk with you specifically, Pedro, about Comic Girls.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know, I'm watching it, and it's okay. But I feel like it has a lot of really cool stuff to say about the nature of creation and like the relationship between a creator and their work.
Yeah, how many episodes have you watched?
I'm caught up unless there's a fourth one out.
Let's see.
I guess I could have said
no,
3.
There's 3.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kaos-chan's characterization I think is really solid. In that her whole struggle with her art is pretty well realized, and has a solid degree of pathos to it. Like, you're really feeling for her when she just continuously eats shit.
Plus, like,
go on.
What really got me, and I still think you're the only person who has liked this tweet, was when I talked about Kaos punishing herself for not doing well at her job.
Yeah.
And, like, the way the other two, whose names I don't remember anymore, the ones who aren't Tsubasa and Kaos.
Ruka and fuck me, God.
And Randy.
Who is it? I feel so terrible for not remembering. Go on.
But yeah, they were talking about, like, one of them was modeling for the other because one of them draws erotic manga, because of course she does.
What do you mean, of course? It's good.
One was modeling for the other, and I thought it was really interesting how both of them were, like, talking about how the other one's body was perfect.
Yeah.
And, like, the way the manga that they draw influences their body image.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're, like, looking at all of these different kinds of idealized people.
Yeah, and specifically...
And, like, constantly having to focus on that because they have to be able to draw it.
Yeah, specifically when Koyume, you know, got upset with her weight. Just, like, the way they handled that was, I think, subtly but importantly different from the way a lot of just sort of, I feel like, fat, oh no, I feel bad jokes are in anime. It felt like it more sort of sincerely got to the heart of just like being insecure about feeling like you're a bit too heavy. Because I think in general, in spite of, you know, the very like moe, you know, gaggy stuff of comic girls, it is in most of its aspects pretty effectively genuine to you know, like real human feelings and experiences.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff to like a lot about comic girls.
Here's the number one thing to like about comic girls, though.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna send that. And this just plays into the same thing I was just talking about. It's the image of Tsubasa holding up that sketch of the really muscular dude so that it looks like her own body. Because of course it is, because why would Pedro send anything else?
There we go.
It's a muscular
I'm
girl.
surprised she needed
Look,
context.
She's still
to
wearing
send us
her bra.
this.
She just wants to be a really ripped gay girl, and I would support her aspirations 1000%.
And again, like, this is the kind of character she draws, because she draws, like, high-energy shonen manga. So.
Yeah, no,
It's
the way their
interesting-
personalities each reflect the type of manga that they draw is really cool.
And I think that that's, like, another thing to talk about about this relationship between people and the media they consume, because how much of that is their personalities being attracted to these kinds of stories, and how much of that is these types of stories informing their personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think this show is really cool. I think it's really unfortunate that it came out this season instead of, like, season before last.
Why do you think
'Cause
this
now-
season is an unfortunate one? Because
it
was
came out after
overshadowed
Sora
by-
Yori and Yuru Camp.
I think Sorayori is definitely like different enough from comic girls that it's not. I know you've only watched like 7 anime, Brian, so it might not seem, but like, you know, in the grand scale of anime, they're pretty distinct from each other. Yuru Camp is another Kirara adaptation, so there's definitely more points of comparison. But even then, I mean, the primary point of distinction with comic girls, that's just like one of the most openly gay and openly horny Kirara series we've gotten, because normally they're a bit more sort of purely homosocial and subtextual with romantic feelings, whereas Kaos is just fucking gay as shit and thirsty as hell. It's great. She is supremely down to hook up with any of these girls.
Yeah?
So question, about while we're on the topic of horny anime, have any of you guys watched Darling in the Franxx / Our Current?
Yes. Episode
Yes.
15
Yeah.
was fantastic.
No, it
Episode-
was not. Episodes 13 and 14 were fantastic.
Ooh,
I agree.
I
I
didn't-
agree
I didn't
with
dislike
Bryant.
14, so I'm not gonna like be fighting you totally and wholly on this point.
I hate mech anime. I don't know if I've ever expressed this opinion.
That's right. Yes, the
I
unenlightened
refuse to watch mech
masses.
anime, which is problematic while watching the show, because literally anytime they're in the mech, I stop paying attention to the show and I look at my phone. But anytime they're not in the mech, it's an amazing character drama, like exploring sexuality, which is fantastic.
It turns into an amazing character drama exploring sexuality.
I don't know how quote unquote amazing I deem its exploration of sexuality.
I mean, I was just parroting Matt's phrasing, but yeah, I'll agree with you, Pedro.
We'll see. Give my sad lesbian some puss, and then we can talk. If she doesn't get hooked up,
that's the thing is I want her and the other guy to have way more development. That's my only complaint. Is they kind of touched on her a little bit, and then it was like,
had anything.
# give Ikuno a girlfriend.
I agree. # give Ikuno and Futoshi both more screen time.
Because if you'll notice, when she got in the Franxx with Ichigo there, Ichigo was not putting out, but the sort of bar for Ikuno's energy was there. Like, Ikuno can pilot a girl. Ichigo just wasn't down with it. Ikuno's ready. Ikuno's ready. Give her a girl, please.
Yeah.
Well,
no, but
like
just
in episode 15, it was really interesting to see that a pair of the Nines was getting pegged.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, 2 males. Yeah.
No, it was a girl. In the pilot.
Girl
scene.
on guy piloting. So that's definitely like a thing that can happen.
Okay, I thought there was, because isn't the main guy is the pilot, right? I thought it was a guy on top of him. I thought it was 2 guys in one.
No, yeah, it's
no, pretty sure that was a girl.
Yeah,
okay.
the whole,
Well, either way,
the whole
it's
Nine
interesting.
squad is girl on guy. So
That's interesting. I didn't notice that.
yeah.
Oh, that's neat. I'll go back and watch that.
And
again.
one
Except
of
for
the guys
02.
that was being piloted had like 02 style horns, so there's some like
They were like energy horns. I'm not sure if they were really there.
oh
or
maybe
not.
like it's not like part of their body. It's like a structure thing for the pilot's outfit.
Yeah, I was about to say I think
like
they
to
all had those little
replicate
energy
02's
horns.
horn
Yeah.
strength or something. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes.
You just need to get the boys hornier so that they can pilot the Franxx better. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Now, I just like the exploration of the interactions between all the characters. I really think it's interesting. I know your lesbian hasn't gotten much time. I'm hoping she gets more time. I know that'll almost single-handedly change your opinion of the show.
If they continue to shaft her, my opinion of the show will probably be like at the best sort of mixed negative. Whereas if they follow through on that character arc they have absolutely set up. I mean, I'm enjoying it like right now more than most as it is. So that's like the one sort of unresolved thing. Very like interesting, relatively harsh reception of the series overall thus far.
And it deserves it. Because the first 8 episodes or so were just pretty bad.
Look at it. Look at it.
I don't agree.
Wait, that the first 8
talks.
episodes were pretty bad?
Yeah, I thought they were at least all right.
Yeah, no, they were solid. They were real fun.
No, they were not.
They were fun.
They were fun, sure. There just wasn't much meat to them.
That's true. And I feel like sort of
But they
the
were
perception
fun.
of Franxx as a show that was trying to be meaty was generally a misplaced one. I think.
Well,
I think it was
you
using.
could say that,
It's.
but then like in episodes 9 through 13, it starts getting meaty.
I don't even think
like,
it's
there's
getting
always
meeting.
been
It's getting
stuff there.
dramatic. It's not like the sort of thematic weight, the intellectual insight of these past few generally perceived as better episodes has still not been there. It's just been like delivering on more sort of character drama as opposed to like fun like adolescent puberty plus mech antics.
All right.
I just
Well,
have
it's just like when I'm watching this with friends. I started out watching it ironically with the cool poster bandit Alex, because when he watched Evangelion, he was forced to watch Evangelion by Holden, my friend.
Yeah.
And when he was done with it, he was like, Holden, this whole thing was just a sex metaphor, and I'm very upset with you. So I was like, hey, Alex, I've got this new anime. It's like mechs, and like I lied and said it was about transhumanism because he likes all that. I'm like, yeah, we should watch it. I think you'll really like it. And we watched the first episode, and it was like, why are these teenagers fucking to pilot robots? It's like, Brian, does this whole show a sex metaphor? I'm like, maybe a little. But he ironically enjoyed it enough to want to keep watching, and we just call it Robot Sex Show. So we get to episode like 9 or 10, or whichever one's the one about Mitsuru. And we watch it, and we stop after the end of the episode, and we're just silent for a second. We're like, that was really good. Like, yeah, that was legit really good. Once Robot Sex Show stopped focusing on the robot sex, it was really good. So yeah, I legit enjoyed 9 through 13 or so. And then, like, 15 was just more of the same.
You don't like when
But,
it's... when, like, the mech action is a focus.
The mech action is just not great, and it's not even all that fun.
I agree.
Yeah,
but you don't
like,
enjoy mech anyway, so how can
I know,
you
I'm
judge,
such a
how can you
biased
judge how
source.
good it is, like, as mech
like
action?
if you look at legit mech action fun, like Gurren Lagann, and you
Okay.
compare this to that, it's just dull.
No, that's fair. It is, I mean, it's not, like, stand out in the broader scope of mech anime antics, for sure.
And I also don't think something being fun excuses it from, like, having no depth to it. Because, like, if you look at Gurren Lagann, that show is fun as hell, and there's also all kinds of things
It
to
doesn't,
dig
like,
into.
necessarily excuse it. I just think, like, it's entirely viable for a show to be vapid fun and enjoyable from that standpoint, and if it isn't purporting to be something else, that's not necessarily, like, an inherent issue. It's just, like, a difference in sort of its ambition as a piece of media and what it's trying to accomplish.
I don't think that Darling in the Franxx knows what it wants to be. Like, Pedro,
I disagree
stop
with
this.
that.
Stop
I disagree
posting
with it.
pictures
Look,
of this
it's
girl.
a good outfit. It's a really good outfit. The show is
No one's
good.
gonna know what the fuck to say.
Pedro's sending us pictures of some random ass girl from that show
I'm
with
sending
the dress
screen
cards.
caps of Aikatsu. They're good.
I don't even remember the name of this show. Aikatsu fucking Kimono Friends.
Aikatsu friends.
Kimono Friends. Speaking of, I finally dropped Kimono Friends.
Whoa.
That show's terrible.
You should
too.
try out Kirato Pre-chan. It's like a similar thing of girls aspiring to be idols, but like through the artifice of them being like YouTuber / streamer idols.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains?
It's pretty. It's pretty because like these girl series have always been sort of about the dream careers. You know, little girls want to grow up and be like idols. But now like the dream career for a ton of young people is becoming YouTubers. So these shows now, the new seasons of them are about becoming YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about, you know, young girls going out and achieving these dream careers because it's for young girls and it's about that fantasy. And now YouTube is a dream career. It's a very interesting paradigm shift.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, are we all idols though?
Sorry, Matt.
I was just saying, are we all idols? Can I finish that dream?
I mean, if you want to start dancing and singing, then yeah.
Am
Sure.
I an idol? I sing.
That's right. Yeah, I'd say you're the closest to it. You've achieved some degree of YouTube idolhood. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, no, Kirato Pre-chan
I've achieved
is
every
just,
13-year-old Japanese girl's dream.
it's just the story of your life. You should definitely give it a check. Oh, and also Hisane Tomasa-tan
But I don't like my
is
life.
actually the best show of the season.
What is?
Hisane
Agree.
Tomasa-tan,
Which one is that?
Dragon Pilot.
Have...
JSDF Dragon Girl.
I also
didn't
agree
dislike
because
it.
it's. I also agree because it's the only show that isn't Hiroaka that I'm actually watching.
I mean, the character writing is stellar in that series.
Yes.
Wait, I need this show now. Where the fuck is it?
In episode 1, like every 5 minutes at the least, there was a line that I went, "Whoa, that's a really good piece of dialogue."
Like, spoiler alert for the first episode of Hisane Tomasa-tan. But, like, when they're telling her, you gotta pilot this dragon because you're, like, the one that it chose, and she's like, I don't wanna!
Yeah.
For, like, a 2-minute monologue. Like, I don't wanna pilot the dragon! I just want to drink my fucking juice.
Or like how effective in characterizing her, that one scene early on where she just starts spilling out her thoughts uncontrollably without noticing, and rapid fire monologue
Mutter.
in front of everyone. It's fantastic. Like she's so endearing so quickly, with such economic characterization. Mari Okada's great.
Oh yeah.
And also, even better, is Tomoyo Kurosawa as a delinquent character. What? It's really good. Moyo, Foss noises, Kumiko noises. She's doing, are ore, kuso yaro. It's so good.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. There are going to be people who fucking love this show.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of dubbed like months prior as the Annie Twitter show of the season because it just fits their sensibilities so good. It's got this older school sensibility to its character design, which is really great. Allows for such elastic, cartoony, lively character animation, and it's delivered on that ability to deliver that. Bones has given it a great staff lineup.
Studio Bone.
Yeah, Studio Bone.
They gave it a bone.
I was very interested to see how such a obvious passion project would be coexisting as a production simultaneous to Hiroaka here. We'll see sort of how often some of their more prominent animators show up on each given project. But they're really giving it their all to this series, and it's much appreciated because it's a real gem.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad.
Lots of interesting ideas.
The pacing felt a little bit too fast to me.
It is pretty fast. I generally like things to lean faster more so than lean slower, outside of specific genres where that slow pacing is sort of inherent to it. And I have not been bothered by the pacing thus far. I feel like it sort of fits everything else that surrounds it, so it's not dissonant, the fast pacing, and I feel like there's a lot of ideas here it wants to get to, and that's why it's moving through things so relatively quickly.
I'm not saying it's to the detriment of the series. I just prefer slower things.
Hinamatsuri is another season highlight, I think. Has anyone been watching that?
No.
It's a comedy series about this Yakuza upper level guy and a psychic girl just falls into his house, and now he's got to deal with this girl with psychic powers. It's really charming, sort of old father figure dude having to raise a kid anime thing, which is relatively archetypical, like Alice Tozoroku, Honey and Clover, Amato Inazuma. There's a bunch of them, but this one is particularly well done, I think, in its characterization, and the animation is really good. Tons of very lively, expressive character animation going on. Just a really tightly paced and executed comedy with great presentation. And charming as well. What else do we have for highlights?
I think it would be illegal for us to not talk about this show.
Watching, go for it.
My Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah. Hiroaka. It's good. It's Hiroaka.
Yeah, of course, it's great.
Shout out to the Rie Matsumoto storyboarding on the last episode. Give her project. Where is it? Come on, guys, please.
Extremely good show.
Rie Matsumoto, for reference for anyone who doesn't know, she was one of Toei's rising stars. She directed the stellar... Oh, fuck, what was it? It was a really stellar show whose title I forget. God damn it, I'm terrible, I hate myself. And then she went and directed the first season of Kekai Sensen. And she's just been sort of radio silent since then. And it's sort of, been presumed that she's been working on a project because she's this great visionary director. Blood Blockade Battlefront was a big hit, so, it makes sense that she gets her due now. But but then nothing, and now she's just come back and she's like storyboarding a random episode. So like, did her project get axed? Is it finished now and they're just waiting to announce it? What's going on? We're very concerned here. Looking forward to the triumphant return of her when that return comes in full force, but she certainly delivered a great storyboarding effort on this episode. I'd forgotten that she had storyboarded it, and then during the episode I went, wow, great storyboards here, and then I remembered, oh yeah, that's because Rie Matsumoto did them. Real fun stuff.
Which episode was this? What happened?
It was the last one here, where Class B sort of joined in for the training, and then we got the the test of courage, and then the very beginning of the hero of the villain league, moving in and making their advancement here.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's a solid episode.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I have read the
will
book,
get-
so. It will get.
Yes.
Oh, it was Kill
I assumed.
Giga. That's her thing. Yeah. Also, her aesthetic is real strong. Boom. No. I'll post her aesthetic in a second. Don't mind me. Any other seasonal highlights that you want to get to?
Let's see here. Ooh, that is a strong aesthetic.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Let me check my Manime list.
For
3D Kanojo?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty solid series thus far. I had a friend on Twitter who had read the manga, and it had like really impacted them, and so they were sort of campaigning for it prior to the season starting, and then upon its premiere, and it's delivered. It's been just a tad up and down. I thought the episode prior to the most recent one was a bit weaker, but this most recent one, episode 3 here, was really strong, I thought.
I mean, the second episode really hit me the wrong way. Because the girl's just a dick.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of anything else in the series or, like, what her motivations are, she's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It's just, I'm hoping she gets punished for being a total asshole, and this guy doesn't just go with it.
Yeah.
Never seen Umaru-chan?
No?
To sort of
course
give
not,
a
Matt.
synopsis to 3D Kanojo here. Real Girl. It's sort of about two broken people coming together and starting this romantic relationship and working through sort of all their hang-ups as they try and make this relationship work. And it's pretty well done. Like, there's misunderstandings, of course, but like they're handled pretty maturely for how things usually go here. Like, they hound each other and say, hey, let's like talk it out, we need to know what's going wrong, and before the episode's over they'll have sort of talked things out like the young adults they are, and sort of come to an understanding generally.
I'll have to watch more of it before I can come to, like...
Have you not seen episode 3?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, before I can say anything, like, definitive, I'll have to watch more of it.
Has anyone watched Caligula?
No.
Nope.
It's
Not a single person, including you, has watched Caligula.
It's a wild one. I'll just say that. It's very strange. It's not great, but like every time I go, oh, I think this might actually just be like bad, it sort of flips the paradigm on me and whoa, okay, you've got something going on. There's so many other probably more standout shows this season that I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking it up unless you're watching 30 of them like me, but it is one of the more interesting shows, I think. How did we not talk about Wotaku yet?
Which one?
Wotaku.
Okay.
What's its English slave name? Wotakoi. Love is hard for otaku. It's like the MMO junkie style, sort of like adult working romantic show this season. No one watched it. Brian,
I've seen the first episode.
what do you think?
Uh,
Not a fan.
yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna watch the second episode. But I don't like her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll, I mean, if you don't like her, that'll be rough.
At the end of the first episode, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where he was all like, you know.
That was really
like,
cool. Hey, look, I want to date you. Here's a list of, like, the reasons I think a relationship between us would be a good thing. Take it or leave it.
This is my
What you
resume.
thinking?
You're
Yeah.
hired.
It was cool.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
And then in the following episode, it's pretty funny because she's a bit, like, awkward about it and wait, what's going on? Because, like, she was obviously a bit tipsy when she just agreed there. It's fun stuff. It's pretty endearing. IMO.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, I have to get to class. Totally not work.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Not work at all.
Also, Sword Art Online, SAO, Gun Gale Online, SAO Alternative. Okay, we can put it in the tags now. We talked about it in the video. And the
Yep, Sword Art Online alternative.
Yes.
Yes. Obviously.
Well done.
Right. Thank you guys
Sucks,
so much.
fight me.
You guys so much for watching. This has been
It is
Manime.
gay, so it's good. Fight me.
I feel like that's the only requirement a show has to meet.
If
for
a
you to
show
like
has
it now,
good
Pedro.
lesbians, it is tough for it to not be a good show. Yes, you are correct.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Anime Matt.
Explanation point.
Pedantic Romantic.
And apparently Matt Wiz.
See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.